Okay, so what this essentially is it's a way to draw a piano quickly. It's if we could just draw this every time and just make a dot on every key, kind of, but it would be very difficult to do. So it's a way to draw a piano real fast, really any instrument. Okay, so let's learn some more C's. Right now we've got middle C, and we've got the C above that, and the C below that. Remember, that's on the third space up and the third space down. What about the C, the next C up and the next C down? Okay, let's figure out an octave up from here. That would be a second, a fourth, a sixth, and an octave, an eighth. So we needed two more of these ledger lines in order to make that work. Let's see, 1, 2. Okay. So that on the second ledger line up, that is the C above, two C's above middle C. So middle C, 1, 2. This key way up there. It's not the highest the highest C, but it's a high one. Okay. And then what about this C here? Well, it's all symmetric. So we've got third space up, two ledger lines up. This is third space down, two ledger lines down to get the next octave down. Okay, so that's there. So we've got 5 different C's here, spanning across the keyboard. And let's do the other notes. We know we have a G. This is the G line, indicated by this circle circling around it. So that is here. And we know that that's a fifth above middle C. And then we've got this F line here, and the F clef. And that's a fifth below middle C. I know that that looks like a very big interval, but this is really just this. And that's a fifth. Okay. What about, okay, so that was, here's middle C. We just did G here and F here, fifth up and a fifth down. G and F. What about this G up here and this F way down here? Okay, so we need to figure out an octave above this G, above here, and an octave below here to get those two keys. Okay, and they're going to be symmetric. So this is a second, fourth, sixth octave. Notice for these, I don't ever start on the same line. Second, fourth. That's not a second. That's a first. And I don't go here first. That's a third. So second, fourth, sixth octave. So the octave is on the space above the top line, in between the top line and this ledger line. And then the F is here, an octave below this F. So now we've got 9 things to memorize, and that's all you're going to need for a long time until you get really high keys and really low keys. But for most music, this will service, and you can basically read anything now, given your knowledge of intervals. Let's try, let me just erase a little bit here. Okay, I'm going to rewrite the high G and the low F. But take a look. So let's put this to work. So if you've got, first of all, if any of the notes are these notes, well, these you have memorized. You have memorized exactly what piano keys they are, and you have memorized where they are on these lines and spaces. But let's say you have this note here. Okay, well, this is a second above middle C. Middle C is here. That's a second above it. So that is, here's middle C. Let me get a different color. Here's middle C. a second above it. 1, 2. That's this key. Okay, and similarly, how about this down here? Well, that's a second below middle C. So that is right here. 1, 2 down. Okay, how about some others? So let's do, how about this one here? Okay, so that's either it's a second below this C, which is the C above middle C, or it's a third above G, which is a fifth above middle C. You know, G is a fifth above middle C. So a fifth above middle C is here, and then we need to go a third above that to get to this piano key. There. And you know, I'm not saying the letters of them, but you are getting the right piano keys. And okay, so the letters of the piano keys, it's time to fill them in. So we know this is C, we know this is G, we know this is C again, we know this is F. Well, let's think about this. So they all go in alphabetical order. From C to G? Well, there's a D in the middle, an E, whoops, and an F. And then take a look what happens after G. Well, we know this is a C. So what do you think happens to make this a C? Well, we're going to have to start over. What letter comes before C? A, B, C. So B, and before B comes A. So apparently, after G, we start the alphabet over again. A, B, C, D, E, F. And take a look at this F. It's the same as that F and the same as that F. So this is working out. This is how it's done. G. Okay. So let's do one more example. We'll do some more examples later, but how about this? Okay. Well, take a look at what we do know. We know that F is down here, so this is a third above F, or this is a third below the C below middle C. So let's figure this out. So here's middle C, here's the C below middle C, and we need to go a third below that. Okay. A third below gets us there. What was the other way we were going to do it? Well, this is the F below middle C. That's a fifth below middle C. This is the F below that. And we need to get a third up from there. So, F below middle C, the F below that, and a third up from there. Gets us there. Certainly this one. And this again, this is A. This is A, B, C. So this is A. We'll do more reading examples next.